Hi everyone, I hope that you are doing well today. Welcome in. I'm just trying to do some reading. I want to know who the crap you people think you are trying to kick me off on my technology. If there's any upright enforcement, I need it checked out real quick because somebody is messing with my YouTube channels and it's unacceptable. I'm sitting here in danger and I need help. Folks, I need help. I need food, I need shelter, I need a rescue team. I have no food due to an oppressor. Please help me. Hold on a minute. Let me put this up here. If you're new, my name is Shannon, and I look at a lot of crime because I'm dealing with a murderer. I'm literally sitting here stranded in a hotel. I need help. If there's any way you can help through Cash App or PayPal, this is my information. No more, no less, the way you see it. For Cash App's down here and PayPal's up here. And there's a link below. If you can help me, may the Most High God pour a blessing out upon you where you cannot contain it. And it's an emergency. My life is at stake. Literally. I'm dealing with somebody who's trying to get away with something that they've done, and it's wrong. They won't make peace. They won't talk to me. They won't tell me what's going on, but I know things that are going on and why they're doing what they're doing, but they are in the wrong. God said that they knew that they're in the wrong, and they're ate up with pride. They don't want to face it, so they just think they're just going to snuff a person out. That's disgusting. That's a lunatic at that point. That's a lunatic at that point. If you can help me in any way, shape, or form, it's an emergency. I have no shelter after today, and I'll have no food at all. I have flour, that's it. I broke down last night and made me a pancake because that's all I have to eat, and that's mostly what I eat for the last year. I need medical assistance. I need dental assistance. I need a rescue team, and I need somebody put in jail for what they're doing, folks. Let's get started. Most High God, I just ask for your presence to just come in here and just begin to speak, because unless you speak, it's just a downright lie, and we ask at your hand alone. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. If you didn't know, I have proven that the Torah is in the tarot. And I only speak by the word of Elohim. I'm not religious, but I am for the commandments, and I do walk with God and meet with him on his specific times that he tells us to, and that's just who I am. And I do a specific work, and I warn wicked people on this channel, and God has called me to do a work that is different from a lot of people. And anyway, I've talked about my story before and why I'm here, and it's a hard work. I'm going against the grain, against murderers and things like that, but God tells us to warn them. They don't want to take heed, then they don't want to take heed. We have a manipulator. Somebody is also a warlock out here. God already said so today. If this is upright, and this is somebody can get up in here and do something. Okay, somebody's at a crossroad. This is somebody from your past. This could be your father from your past. This is a head of something is out here when you get the magician as well. So somebody's at a crossroad because that extra one would be here with the magician. The X came out real strong today, and some of y'all got crazy X's around your situation, okay, from your past that you share children with, or the grandchildren also came out today as well. You could be the grandchild of something, you can be full grown adult, something with your grandparents is connected with some things going on, or your children out here. But given that God brought out the magic rune, and the magician's already come out today, and then he brought out in wording about magic and nonsense going on. He said he was going to judge for that stuff. You don't have a right to put spells on people. That's a violation of God, and he says you get a confusion for that. You don't have a right. You can take your free will and forfeit it and play Russian roulette with it and try to play like God, and I think I'm going to alter somebody else, and you're in error there because they have free will, and you don't get to take your free will to alter somebody else's. You're in error there. And something like that is out here, okay? There could be a medical situation. Maybe your kids go to a physician, and there's something out here about a physician energy really strong, or you are an MD. But the past is coming out here, and something about this King of Wands. If he's upright, he's going to get up, take action. He's going to be spiritual. And if he's in the negative, he is a warlock. So work. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on, but I'm looking at my screen, and it's just like replaying my hands. Interesting. I don't know if y'all can still hear me or not, but what I see on my screen, let me go to a different device here and see if I can pull up my channel and see what y'all are actually seeing, because what I'm seeing is my hands just hitting the table as I'm pointing at one of the cards here. Hold on a minute. Just give me a second, because I've been dealing with somebody who's been trying to hack in on my YouTube account. It's important that I figure this out, because I'm dealing with somebody that won't make peace with something out here on something that's going on. They're just violating me. They're just violating me. Freaking wrong on every level. Right here. Let's see.
Hey, I'm Nate from Billy Bars, and today I'm going to show you why.
Is it still going live? It says there's 2 people on here. I probably am one of them. Yeah, all you're seeing is my hand. Is it still going live? It says there's 2 people on here. Okay, so y'all can at least hear me. So as long as you can hear me, that's all I care about. Then I'll tell you what's out here. Somebody's obviously doing some nonsense on my stuff, and I have a right to be angry about it. It's a righteous anger. It's absolutely this crazy. What's wrong with you, please? What's wrong with you, folks? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you on my devices? Why do you feel like you have a right to murder a person? It's done nothing to you. I'll say this again, like I said on the other channel. People mad because I get on my social media and I'm very outspoken because I'm dealing with people. I've already called the White House, called the FBI, called the police, tried to call family that's either been blackmailed or they're involved in it behind the scenes doing some crazy all along. I don't know. But all I have is my social platform, and I will call out names, and people that have come into my life that have been strangers have proven to be some type of something crazy where the technology has been involved and where things can be traced back to the craziness, and people putting on a mask and act in certain ways, trying to do some stuff with me that's unethical. And so all I have is the social media to run into, and I will call out names on people because that's all I have. You're not mad at me, you're mad at yourself for whatever you think you're trying to do out here in a manipulation. There's murder attached to stuff, and you people know it. And I'm not going to die for you. I'm not going to pay a price for something that you did out here. I'm sorry, I'm not. That's absolutely wrong of you. But God said you didn't care to be wrong. You're going to go to hell. You're going to go to hell after the end of this nonsense out here. Anyway, I know you can't see me. I'm having technical difficulty, but I'll tell you what's out here. We're doing murderers. I'm looking at crime and what God's showing out here around murderers. Something going on at work because the 8 of Pentacles came out again. We have the 7 of Wands, which is attacking and blocking and defensiveness. And this attacking is an outright attack by the Amalekites that God talks about that are in the earth. These are people that will just outright attack you for no reason at all. And that's what I'm dealing with. And God gives us commandment from generation to generation to kill these people in the earth. I'm dealing with somebody who needs to go to prison with an execution on them. That's the word of God. To forget the descendants of Esau, which were the Amalekites that attacked the people of God for no reason. God put a curse on those people for that. For no reason, they just attacked. And that ticked God off. And he said, from generation to generation, these people, he said, even don't you forget it. You kill them out of the earth. Because why? Thou shalt not kill. But this wicked people, they're just going to attack you just because they want something or whatever the reason is. They're prideful. Anyway, 3 of Cups is out here. We have the little spy, and the 9 of Pentacles can be high discernment. It's also a card of segregation and using people for their things. Okay, well, there's attacking out here for that, and you don't get to do this to me. I'm hungry, and I'm dealing with the murderer, and I need help. My Cash App is Shannon, ShAnnon Hensley, or you can spell Shannon with an A. No more, no less for Cash App. If you can help me, God's going to bless you, because my life is in danger, folks. I don't know what to do anymore. My PayPal is Shannon, spelled with an O, Hensley, but ShAhH is on the end of that, which is ShAhH. There is a link down below in the description box. If you can help me, God will bless those who are really of the kingdom, because we're not divided. We're in a war. And I'm not going to sit here and put up with an Edomite that is disgusting on my life. We have somebody making a choice out here and a decision with the 2 of Swords in the reverse. And the Ace of Swords is out here. This is clarity of something going on. There's truth out here around something that is going on. Somebody does something out here. And if there's been somebody that's been sitting here act like they don't know something, the 2 of Swords in the upright is like I'm in a stalemate mode, and it can represent I'm going to pretend like I don't know what's going on, but they do. And somebody's clear about what this is with the Ace of Swords, and the devil has showed up all flipping day long today, and it's underneath this Ace of Swords. Okay, well, the devil's a stupid, idiotic piece of nutcase. And you've been made a spectacle. And this is so we have the 8 of Pentacles out here, and the devil can represent a boss figure, but he ain't a boss. He's a fallen entity in the freaking earth realm, and somebody's literally possessed with demons out here with this devil. It's showed itself on all 3 of my platforms today. It showed itself on all 3 of my platforms today. And let's look at this King of Wands. Okay, so I specifically, in wording in one of my homemade decks, the word Leo came out. The Sun card jumped out in the reverse. Okay, so this is a Leo, then the King of Wands is out here. And if he's upright, if you're upright and you were born on that sun sign, fine, you were when the sun was there. But it specifically came out today, so it is here. This Sun card in the Lenormand deck represents fame and glory. And so this person's known, I guess they're known, but it's in the reverse, and they're being humbled somewhere, I guess, on something that's going on, possibly. Obviously, God said before destruction of a person, pride enters in somebody's heart. And the Sun card can represent pride, conceit, and ego. And so if you're upright and you're a Leo, then that energy is operating the opposite of direction of you, because it can flip-flop. So you take it as it applies. If you're upright all day long. Somebody's not today. They're an outright demon. They're an outright filthy, demonic Edomite. Demon. Okay? And so the sun's coming out on him, and the sickle's coming out on him. This is danger. There is danger out here, folks. The sickle is also a decision-making card because of a danger energy, and that's also a surgery card. And like I said, there's something medical that could be out here. At the bottom of the deck is the fox. This is a treachery card. Somebody's got hidden intentions around some stuff at work, or they did in the past at work, because the past is also showing up out here. But they got a spy out here. Somebody's got a little spy around them. Show me the spy. The stars. Okay, well, there's somebody very well known out here. And this is knowledge. The letter P may be prevalent. The letter A is prevalent, and the letter X, or your X, and then the letter Q and the J is out here in this reading. Person, place, or thing, first, middle, or last name. There is a word out here in the Hebraic language that goes to snorting and being angry and it's the A and the P together. I don't remember which direction it makes that word, but that's an app. And we've got social media that came out today, also on my other platform, in wording, and people mad on the app. I guess you're mad on the app, but I just told you why it has to be that way, because people won't fix nothing. So you don't give me no choice. Nobody had to know anything about my preferences on anything, but people know exactly where I stand, all kinds of stuff. And God said, okay, they're going to play low, I'm going to play lower, and we're going to get some stuff right out in front of their face with their nonsense. And God's proven all kinds of stuff, and people still want the lie. And I got open shut case on some stuff, and they still know they're wrong. They're full of pride, conceit, and ego. They'd rather murder and stand up in here because they're known somewhere, instead of humbling themselves and being honored to a position. They'd rather go to hell. Somebody's ate up with this demon out here. They're just nothing but a freaking demon. The Four Swords is underneath this devil card, which is, and I'm sure it's in the reverse for a lot of people, because that's my going to hell card in the reverse, because it's a card of resting in peace, but R.I.P. But it ain't, because it already showed itself today in pictures. Somebody can't rest because they're ate up with some nonsense that's taking place out here. So that somebody known is out here, and there's maybe a little communication that's also known about something out here. They're angry about it, whether it be upon an app or not. They're angry. That word anger is out here in a really big way. And this person lifts himself up really high. There's actually a word combination out here that goes to lift and height, and somebody's dignity is out here. But we know by King Solomon that dignity and stuff like that meets a fool. And God himself said that there's a time where one man rules over another to his own hurt. And somebody has tried to do that stuff out here, and it has hurt the person, or something, but with the kid, it makes them look bad, but it actually would make you look like, oh my gosh, over the top. You were to be honored if you would do the right thing, but they can't see that. I guess they can't see that. There is the devil can represent somebody getting a divine grace out here on something that's going on, regardless if the devil's around. If you and I have the blood of the Mashiach against this piece of filth bag, then no weapon formed against us shall prosper. How do we overcome the beast? By the word of our testimony and by the blood of the Lamb. And the devil's a loser, and there's murder. There's a murderer out here. A thief, a liar, a cheat, a murderer. And the word murder has showed itself on both of my readings today. And right before I started this reading, I picked up a totally different deck, and the word murder jumped out again. And that's what the devil is. There is murder around some stuff. Or they're willing to murder because of their pride. And now they've just turned into some outright demonic, infiltrated, gross, and they will go to hell for the crap that they're doing out here, because they're nothing but excrement in front of God. So the snake just jumped out. Okay, well, it's that old serpent, the devil's already out here. This is in a totally different deck. Came out with the anchor. Came out with the bear. All right, we got Russia out here as well. And this is a control. Talk about controlling. The devil card is like somebody trying to hold on and hold somebody up and be in opposition, and this craziness out here. The bear is a jealous card, and God said he was going to stir up jealousy because he's jealous of people walking away from him. He said he was going to devour it once on somebody. So somebody is not going to escape some nonsense going on. Whatever they try to do, God's going to turn somebody's world upside down on the situation out here. Okay, he's just going to. And there is definitely something around a work matter. The anchor card is a card of occupation. And there is headship, or a boss figure is out here real strong in many different cards that I could pull it out on. Okay? I had a truck driver that came out in wording today. The ship is at the bottom of the deck, which this is just in general a transportation card. Now, if there is something by water, then we do have the anchor out here as well. And so something about some type of travel situations out here. But we also have IT workers and people that work for IT and do things on the app to redirect people where they're also going, and some stupid nonsense is taking place and some stuff with that as well. And we talk about it on the channel all the time. The plotting card is at the top of the deck here. So somebody is watching a murderer. It is showing a spy around a murderer, and something's known about this because there's knowledge out here. Or again, this person's known and they're in some type of they're an imposter. The devil card is an imposter. Somebody is an imposter somewhere. They're an actor, or just in general, somebody's just acting on their job or their bosses, or they're mixed up with the employee. It comes out on this channel all the time. All the time. Let's take some words real quick. Let's see what kind of words do you want to bring out here. Somebody with red hair keeps coming out. It's interesting. That came out real heavy in a totally different deck yesterday when I was reading. We have the Prime Minister, and then there's a trucking company that just jumped out. Okay, so this King of Wands can be a preacher type energy, so they're the Prime Minister. I guess they're a Prime Minister. Whether you upright or not, we're going to see. Everybody's going to see everybody what their fruit is. You keep the commandments of God, or you don't. But something about a prime minister is out here. A trucking company did jump out. Something about somebody releasing somebody. Okay, well, there's somebody getting fired out here, then somebody's getting fired. Then it would show that decision on a job, or something's went down on a murder situation because somebody did get fired for something that they've done as well. Anyway, we have the word AIDS. Okay, last night when I was reading on Instagram, AIDS came out. On YouTube right before that, a little while before that, I did a video and a card jumped out that said a deadly sex disease was written upon it. There is people out here that have been tempted by somebody at work to tickety-tack on some technology for murder's sake. And that sex got them AIDS and a sexual disease. And 2 days ago, God brought out in-wording IT workers, and when they come out, I know things are fixing to take place on technology, because it always happens on my phone and stuff. They think that they can get on my YouTube platform and mess with it, and yet God, by His grace, allows me to figure out a way to get up and get a message out, because come from the Most High, I'm asking His hand, and people are in danger by this nonsense going on. This is a lunatic out here, folks. They are a freaking lunatic. And somebody keeps going, and there's an affair going on at work or something, and somebody's married somewhere, because it came out that day, 2 days in a row with these IT workers, that somebody was married. But that affair at work with that person, they got AIDS. Maybe they didn't even share it with you because they don't care. They're a demon out here. Now that person's married and their spouse don't even know that they got AIDS. And if you haven't found out, when you go to the doctor, you are down the road, once you start getting some type of symptoms, you're going to find out you have AIDS. That's a judgment on you for some stuff out here. Whoever I'm connecting with, and you messing with me, you're messing with the wrong person, and I'm trying to help you and keep you safe by asking at the hand of God, and you want to come after me, and you're going to pay for it, and God's going to kill you some way, shape, or form then for your murderous act. This person that gets in bed with everybody, that always comes out on my channel trying to tempt people and sex them up and give them the bribes and stuff like that, because they're trying to get away with some stuff. They murder everybody. I don't know how many people they've slept with, but they've infected everybody. I did a reading a couple months ago, and it showed a whole community came out on that deadly sex disease. This person gets around. I guess, but people are cool with it, I guess. People are cool with it. 5 minutes of pleasure going to get you some type of stupidness. A church sanctuary just jumped out. Well, we have a prime minister out here. Somebody in your church is devil, and the devil will go to church. And there's also wolves there in the church as well. The next card jumped out, says, please give me another chance. Okay, well, I don't know. If somebody thinks they're coming back around, there's a liar out here, folks. I don't know. Whatever this is about, you better check that real quick. Because some people are nothing but a freaking liar, and there wasn't no unity there the other day when somebody was trying to come back around. It was all a freaking lie, and they got a disease out here, folks. You're going to get killed in the process of trying to do something that they're tempting you in to kill another person. God's going to meet you the same way, and you're going to reap what you sow in it. Because that's how it works with God. Your cousin is involved. Well, that just came out on the other channel. Something about your cousin is involved. A call, a post, and a message is here, or you need to call your cousin, or I don't know, maybe you're upright, maybe they died, maybe they're getting targeted. I don't know, something about your cousin's real big today. The next card, there's several cards that jumped out. It says for us to commit our works unto Jehovah Elohim, and our thoughts will be established. Okay, and so if you don't do that, you're screwed. The Aquarius energy is coming out here. That also showed itself today to me on a reading that I was trying to get started, but somebody was messing with my technology when I tried to start it. But their motto is, I know. And somebody does know something out here. Somebody knows something about the AIDS, whatever this is with the trucking company or a trucker. Somebody knows something about a prime minister. Somebody knows something about this church out here around some nonsense going on. And because of somebody knowing some stuff, for some of you all that's mixed up in some stuff, somebody's making a decision to fire some people, and you're going to be released out of some stuff out here. Jehovah says to get up right now and go to your family, specifically your cousins out here. So whether they were murdered or you need to contact them, you need to get up right now. He says now is the time. Now, because there is danger out here, folks. There's freaking danger out here. And people just sitting here watching some lunatic on my channel and knowing that I'm in danger. And people just sitting here, whatever this is about, it won't do what's right. You would be in danger. God is saying, thus saith Jehovah, get up right now and go to your family. So those of you who've got family members that you know's got something around them, you were to get up right now and go to them, or you're going to be under a judgment of God if you don't obey his word. But that's up to you here, free will. Somebody with a hunchback is being called out here. It says that somebody has deliberately made an evil report on purpose. They hate God, and they did it on purpose, and it's being exposed. Somebody knows the information, what that was about. They did it for their own gain, because God said that greed was there and material happiness, and so something's taken place around money, and somebody, for whatever reason, why they did a report. And they reported it on purpose. It was to get people's mind off of something that they were trying to do. They threw a rock and hid and did something wicked out here on somebody. Somebody knows that information out here. Something about the morning time is here, and then foster care is also coming out here as well. Let me take from this other deck. I don't have nothing else to do. But let the Most High God just call out a wicked energy and judge it. Don't you know you're even going to judge angels, is what we're told in Scripture? We're supposed to be people of judgment to bring uprightness in the earth realm. There's a copycat out here. Somebody is acting like they're a copycat on my channel. That's why they don't want you to know who the real person is. But I get up in here and I tell it. Like I said. This person's going to go to jail. You don't get to be an imposter out here and act like you are something that you're not. You're not Shannon Hensley. You're going to go to jail at the end of this. It says that when the righteous, when righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory. But when the wicked, they rise, a man is hidden. And that other scripture came out today. It said that when the wicked are in rule, the people mourn. But when the righteous are in rule and in headship, the people rejoice. And so, same type of concept is coming out in a totally different way in another deck today. God's trying to get it. So, do people want to have to hide because there's devils all around? God says that when wicked people are in rule, there's another scripture that says they walk on every side of people. People that really consider doing what God tells you to do and get your mind up on the Most High God and keeping commandment with Him, or there's danger around everybody out here. The whole nation came out the other day. So anyway, the letter O and the letter H. Ho. The H and the O. There's somebody out here that's sick of somebody always hanging around them all the freaking time. They want them to go away and leave them alone. Well, it's time to go away. And then a fire sign just jumped out with that as well. And so there is King of Wands. So whoever's who. At the bottom of the deck, it says an imposter is caught. Well, thank you, Jehovah. Like I said, the devil card is an imposter, and we got the word copycat on another card out here. Jehovah, you throw the lot. The whole disposing is of you. Got two that came up. We have the Urus, which is the letter U, but it's written like an N. The UN could be connected to something. We have Russia out here with the bear as well. This is a military rune, though, when it comes out. It's a frenzy out here, conquest. It's making progress, and actually making progress came out today in wording in one of my homemade decks, and it has this meaning in this rune as well. So, because somebody's making a choice. Somebody's clear about something that's going on out here. Somebody knows some stuff out here. It's all over the place. And why somebody made an evil report, what's taking place on a post, a call, a message, what somebody's done at work, whatever's going on with your cousin, whatever the situation is with a trucking company or a trucker, what the sex stuff that's going on, and AIDS and all this stuff. We're making progress in knowledge out here that's going on. This is a bad karma rune in the negative for people who are undeserving of some things going on. Well, whoever's the devil energy and it's copycat, some type of stupid nonsense and wicked, it doesn't look good for you. Then you have the MD that came out. And these letters could be somebody's first, middle, or last name, something like that. But the MD is out here because the magician card can be a physician, and then you have the sickle that has a meaning of a surgery. So there's something medical out here. This word, though, the D and the M together in the Hebraic language represents bloodshed. Okay? Well, there was murder everywhere today, like I said. And so this is a rune that talks about a legal, but a for sure victory is going to take place on somebody. Somebody knows some stuff out here, or you do, and you need to get up right now and go to a family member that's around something that's taking place and get some lunatic out of the freaking way, folks. Or people are going to sit here and have to hide because you can't go out your house because there's nothing but evilness. That God said the other day, 3 or 4 days ago, he said if you did not turn from your wicked ways, that he was going to begin to form that evilness around people. And that's the word of God, and it's not going to return void. So what do we want? We want a lunatic and evilness out here and wicked people, and you have to hide? Or do you want to be able to rejoice because some crazies are being judged the way that they should be judged out here? It's really up to y'all. It's a real no-brainer. The M, the D, the U, the N, the H, the O, the A, the S, the Q, and the P came out in this reading. This is what come out. If you can help me, and it is in your power, and you're part of the kingdom of God, and you are a doer and not just a hearer only, then again, my PayPal is Shannon E. Hensley, ShAhH, ShAnnonE, HENSLEY, SHAHH. PayPal only that way. Cash App is just Shannon E. Hensley. You can spell my name with an O or an A in Cash App. That's it. If something other than that, the way you type it in pops up, it needs to be reported. Thanks for listening. Have a great day, and thank you for helping a person survive. Shalom.